Perfection, it's something almost all of us chase. The perfect body, the perfect career, the perfect relationship, the perfect life. We tell ourselves that if we can just fix one more flaw, achieve one more goal, or become a slightly better version of ourselves, then we'll finally be satisfied. Then we'll finally feel complete. But there's a strange problem. The closer we get to perfection, the further away it seems. Every achievement creates a new standard. Every success reveals another weakness. Every mountain climbed reveals an even higher peak beyond it. So why do human beings desire perfection so deeply? And why does the pursuit of perfection so often leave us feeling exhausted, anxious, and dissatisfied? To answer that question, we need to look not only at psychology, but also at philosophy. Because for thousands of years, philosophers have wrestled with the same question. Can human beings ever truly become perfect? Or is the desire itself part of what makes us human? One reason we pursue perfection is surprisingly simple. We compare ourselves to others. Constantly, whether we realize it or not, our minds are always measuring. Who is more successful? Who is more attractive? Who is more intelligent? Who seems to have their life together? The problem is that comparison creates a moving target. No matter how accomplished you become, there will always be someone who appears to be doing better. Someone richer, smarter, more talented, more successful. And because of this, perfection becomes impossible. Not because we fail to reach it, but because the standard keeps changing. Ancient philosophers understood this long before social media existed. They recognized that much of human suffering comes from wanting what we do not have rather than appreciating what we do. The desire for perfection often begins as self-improvement, but it can quickly become self-rejection. Instead of asking, "How can I grow?" we begin asking, "Why am I not enough?" More than 2,000 years ago, the Greek philosopher Plato proposed a fascinating idea. He believed that everything we see in the physical world is an imperfect copy of a perfect form. According to Plato, there is a perfect circle, a perfect beauty, and a perfect version of countless things. The objects we encounter in everyday life are merely imperfect reflections of these ideals. Whether or not Plato was correct, his idea reveals something important about human nature. We seem naturally drawn toward ideals. We imagine the perfect partner, the perfect future, the perfect version of ourselves. And then we compare reality against these imagined standards. The problem is that reality can never fully compete with perfection because perfection exists only in our minds. The ideal is flawless precisely because it isn't real. Real life is messy. Real people make mistakes. Real relationships encounter problems. When we expect perfection from reality, disappointment becomes inevitable. The ancient Stoic philosophers approached the issue differently. Thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius argued that perfection was not something external to achieve. Instead, it was about mastering your response to life. They believed that many things are beyond our control. Our appearance, other people's opinions, unexpected events, luck, the future itself. What remains within our control is our character, our actions, our choices. The Stoics warned that pursuing perfection in things we cannot control guarantees frustration. Instead, they encourage striving for excellence while accepting imperfection. In modern terms, they might say, do your best. Accept the result. Move forward. There is freedom in that mindset because it shifts your focus away from impossible standards and toward meaningful effort. Part 4. Why perfectionism makes us miserable. Ironically, perfectionism often prevents the very success it promises. People imagine perfectionists as highly productive individuals, but many perfectionists struggle to begin at all. They overthink, delay, obsess over details, fear making mistakes. Because nothing feels good enough, projects remain unfinished. Opportunities are missed. Growth slows down. Fear of imperfection becomes greater than the desire to improve. Perfectionism creates an impossible situation. If you fail, you feel inadequate. If you succeed, you feel relieved rather than fulfilled. Because now, you must maintain the standard you've created. The finish line never arrives. The pursuit becomes endless. Perhaps this is why so many philosophical traditions celebrate imperfection rather than condemn it. In Japanese philosophy, there is a concept known as Wabi-Sabi. It is the appreciation of impermanence, simplicity, and imperfection. A cracked bowl, weathered wood, an aging face. These things are not considered flawed. They are considered beautiful precisely because they reflect reality. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing remains untouched by time. Nothing is perfect, and yet beauty exists anyway, maybe even because of it. Think about the people you love. Chances are, what makes them memorable isn't their perfection. It's their quirks, their flaws, their humanity. The same may be true of you. Things you view as imperfections may be the very things that make you unique. The desire for perfection is deeply human. It pushes us to learn, create, improve, and grow. But when perfection becomes an obsession, it transforms from a guide into a prison. Philosophers remind us that perfection may not be something to achieve. It may be something to let go of. Perhaps the goal isn't to become flawless. Perhaps the goal is to become fully human, to strive without self-hatred, to improve without self-rejection, to accept that mistakes, limitations, and imperfections are not obstacles to life. They are life. And maybe true wisdom begins the moment we stop asking how to become perfect and start asking how to live well despite never being perfect at all. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and let me know in the comments. Do you think perfection is something worth pursuing or something we need to learn to let go of? Thanks for watching.